Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time, and it's been one issue after the other, it's been one problem after the other, it's been one challenge after the other. But in all these things, we are more than conquerors. I pray to God that now that the common term in the system is called bailout, may He come to bail you out of any section of challenge that you are facing in the line of your process. Life is a process, and as you go through the process, one of the things you need to call out for, one of the things you need to look out for is a bailout from the realms of the spirit. And this is why I am doing a bailout prayer. For when I'm using the word bailout prayer, it is not a bailout as in going to secure a bail for Ajia Forel. Those of you who know very well what is going on up and down there, one of the highest trending issue is that people are against me for calling that we should say a word of prayer for the sanity of the beautiful child who finds herself seriously finds herself in prison and with all the challenges that she's facing. Today I'm here to say whatever challenge you are going through, may the Lord give you a bailout. May you find a bailout. Bailout is a good term. And if Ghana is now in the face of a bailout as a result of our challenge, then that common word can come to help all of us. A bailout, a bailout, a bailout, a bailout for you. I pray that as you go through this day, may you be bailed out of any inconvenience. May you be bailed out of any challenge. Whatever you are facing in your office, let there be a bailout for you. Whatever challenge you are going through in your relationship, may the Lord bring you a bailout. A lot of us, as we are counting down slowly, it's not that we've not been able to take care of ourselves, but what to use to take care of ourselves has become a challenge. As you watch me this morning and share the page to invite a friend to be part of us, I pray that the Lord will bring you a bailout spiritually. Remember, you can only access the favor and the giftings of God when there's a relationship between the two of you. The relationship between you and God will bring you the ability of preservation. Therefore, I pray for you this morning that you look for the opportunity to have a relationship with God. The relationship with God will bring you sanity. The relationship with God will bring you clarity. The relationship with God will bring you that which everybody is fighting for. You'll be exempted from casualty. You'll be exempted from premature death. Yesterday, I had an information in the evening whilst on my way to pray. I was praying right after prophesy, and in the quest to pray to God, I got to a very good police officers who are always on the what do you call it, the barrier, and they gave me a bad news. I was down throughout. I realized that no matter how spiritual you are still a human being. A friend of mine, that we have our own way of shouting. When I get there, he will shout and I'll shout. The whole Ghana, he's the biggest inspector for the whole Ghana, and he's the IGP on the road. When the boys are even tired, they are sleeping, he'll be standing. I got there, and then they said for about 3 weeks now they've not been able to come. What's the matter? The whole Ghana, my man is dead. What killed him, according to what they said, is an alleged mate, driver's mate. This type of Kumasi bound buses, those big ones. One of them got and drove into him whilst he was at the barrier as a police officer at the IPS junction. And when he fell down, he didn't talk. They carried him to the hospital. He was in coma until finally he was declared dead. And I sat behind my steering, and the first thing I asked is, what is nonsense going on? Why should a driver's mate pick a whole bus to drive? Why should it be so? Why? When the enemy is looking for you, the opportunity to destroy you will always come. My friend, don't give yourself up to the enemy. If the enemy wants to use a driver's mate to kill you, if the enemy wants to use a trader to kill you, if the enemy wants to use a situation that will meant to disgrace you, to depress you, May the Lord bail you out in the name of Jesus. You will not die prematurely, but you will live to declare the works of the Lord. Your children will not be orphaned because of premature death, but rather, whoever has plotted to kill you, he will become the body of death. Whatever trap they have dug for you, they will fall inside. Whatever pit they have dug for you, they will fall inside. Whatever trap they have set for you, it will catch them. And they will be surprised and see how painful it is to use such a trap on a human being and someone like you. This prayer is going for those who believe. And if you believe, say an amen to this morning's prayer. And I said it yesterday and I'll continue. That may the Lord intervene in the affairs of Aja for real. She is whatever you think she is to you. The public court of opinion can judge her, can say whatever they want to say about her, but her soul belongs to God. And therefore I pray this morning as a servant of God who says that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me to heal the brokenhearted and to set the captive free. It is not about physical captives alone, but whatever is in the inside can work on the outside. I pray this morning for Ajia for real, wherever she's sitting, wherever she's lying, wherever she's standing. May the Lord walk to her and put a bigger hand on her heart. May there be sanity in her mind. May her heartbeat be controlled by the realms of the Spirit. Whoever is in charge of the case of Ajia for real, may the Lord walk with them. Let there be an angel of a surprise. Let an angel appear to bring whatever is causing pain to her to arrest. I pray this prayer as a bailout prayer for Ajia for real in Jesus' mighty name. And therefore, I use Ajia for real's case as a point of contact for anybody at all watching me who has a court case, who has a case that they are saying something against you in the law court, who has some judicial challenge. May the Lord bail you out of any judicial challenge you are going through, that at the end thereof you shall be able to stand and say thank you to God. Prayer is not a bad thing, because I don't pray to man, we pray to God. God bless you this morning for joining me. And remember, our show has always been thinking before talking, and it's been a long time I came to your doorstep. If I have my international driver with the international driver's license, then you see that I have come for a show. This morning, let me say a big thank you to my international driver with the international driver's license. And that is why I'm able to come. So every time you come, say a big thank you. And once you say a big thank you, it will become better for us. Now, Ajeli. Now, Ajeli Pubi. I don't know. Is it Italy? Is it now Ajeli from Italy? Because I have a Ajeli from Italy that I'm expecting her to come to me. But if it's not this one, welcome, my dear. Thank you for joining me this morning. One of the things I will expect from you now is just to share the page for me. The issue is let's share the page. Sharing is caring when it comes to Facebook. Let's share the page. And let me give you this big announcement. If you find yourself in Canada, remember that the biggest man in the realms of the spirit when it comes to prophetic utterance and prophetic deals is in town. His name is Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay. He's in town. Prophet Ejay is in town. And it is from BTP Canada. Tomorrow is the day, the 24th day of May to the 28th day of May. And it is no other place, but it is Canada, Rivers of Life Church. And this particular place we are having the program. A video of the program is running, and if you watch it carefully, there's a lot. Rivers of Life Church, 9111 Kell Street, Ontario, Concord. Ladies and gentlemen, the man is in Canada, and when he sees you, he will prophesy. Many were called, were blessed to prophesy, but this one we're talking about, he was born to prophesy. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell a friend, tell a sister, tell a relative, bring the sick, bring the worried, bring those who are challenged, those who are facing documentation problem, those who are looking forward to find a way so they can make it. I say bring them to Canada, Ontario, Concord, Rivers of Life Church, happening live, 9111 Kell Street, Born to Prophesy with Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss it. Call a friend and tell a friend that go to Prophet Ejay's BTP and let me see you live on Facebook. Those of you who want to call the Prophet direct before leaving the show tomorrow, the countdown is here, and tomorrow is the time. Last days are very important. BTP Canada with Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't miss this for anything. You can just see the flyers on your screen and get the location. 9111 Kell Street, Concord, Ontario, Concord. I mean, everybody who is in Canada knows what it is. If you are not in Canada, you are in the US, just pick 4 days of your time. Just get a hotel for yourself and join Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay and myself as we do this that God has called us to do. BTP, Born to Prophesy. Immediately he sees you, he will prophesy. You can call Prophet on this direct number, 437-996-6555. 437-996-3555. Ladies and gentlemen, it is BTP Canada, and God bless you for being part of it. Tell a friend and tell me, I told my sister and my sister went. I told my husband, I told my friend. Just pass there, 6 p.m. every night from the 24th tomorrow to the 28th. You will never regret you went to BTP. If you watch the videos on my status, you watch the videos everywhere. God is still speaking, and it's in the miracle business. God bless you. BTP with Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay. Rivers of life. God bless you. This morning, let's go to whilst thinking before talking. And what are some of the issues that are trending? The first one is that I will run to Funny Face if he wants me back. Baby mama speaks. Funny Face baby mama, that beautiful girl who went through a lot of psychological trauma as a result of Funny Face having an encounter and a child with her. There's too much to it. The things that Funny Face have lost as a result of these particular relationship that he had through childbirth, not because the girl was bad, but the situation of Funny Face was not straightforward. He was going through a phase of life, and the lady fell victim to having 2 children with a man who was going through a mental challenge. And the lady has come back again that he will run. According to Google, I'm doing to Google, what do you call it? Trends, and this is Google Trends. I start from Google's Trends, and say I will run to Funny Face if he wants me back. Baby mama speak. So baby mama is saying that quickly, and then we come to lawyer Maurice Ampa. It's a long time. My own man. It's a long time I heard of him. Lawyer Maurice Ampa, wherever you are, good morning to you. It's solid. You're good. You've done so well. Lawyer Maurice Ampa. Lawyer Maurice Ampa. And Lawyer Maurice Ampa, wherever he is this morning, he's also trending on Google Trends. He said, if you had kept quiet with your romance scam money. He's talking about Ajia Forel. The Ajia Forel use money in the public space. If Ajia Forel could have kept this money thing quietly to himself, today Ghana would have not been bashing her and saying what they want to say. If Ghana, you were a musician and you had money, you didn't even show it, and you were hiding it too, they could have come to say poor musician, and they could have still come to mock you. It has already happened. She's gone through the phase. She's going through the phase. But God is her answer. And definitely she will get to where she's supposed to get to. Whatever the judicials will come up with. Yes, still, we believe that God will intervene in the case of Ajia for real. Thank you very much as you're joining me. Share the page with me like I just did. You know, I like sharing because sharing is caring when it comes to my sister. Black Sharif, that concert in New York solidifies his supremacy. This is what he's saying. The show Black Sharif was alone on the bill, and it was something else. It was something else in New York, and that is one thing I look forward to. That as the musicians are organizing such events and getting people to attend. Me too, in my relationship quarters, I will do same, so that one day I will pack a place to teach them what God wants them to hear from the relationship point of view and the mind of God. So Black Sharif, congratulations, a young man like that, and I wish him all the best, that he needs people to manage his psychic so that as young as he is, the fame will not enter into him and will grow like some of our musicians who have just become giants but are broke, so that he will not get broke in any direction of his life. Congratulations, Black Sharif. Congratulations, Black Sharif. There are children dead bodies. There are children dead bodies exposed. Mad couple who killed their. All right, so you know the story very well. We'll go into it very deep. These are these two couple who Kofi Adoma finally, in his good work that he does every day, when we are talking about the story, he looks for where they are and goes to deal with them. The pastor and the wife who has turned their church into a farm, and I think Adwin Pahini, is it Adwin Pahini? No, what's the name of the went Drew Futu, that young man, I've forgotten his name. Yeboah, something Yeboah. Yes, I don't read the stories, but I will choose one to read. But this one, he says that their children dead bodies exposed, and the lady and the husband are having some challenge for now, and they have changed their church into what the guy is reporting on it. Kofi Adoma, pastor and wife, turns church building into a farm, and this is the guy I'm talking about. Kofi Adoma interviewed them, and they say their church has become whatever it's supposed to be. God has failed them, so they have turned the church of God into a farm. But they have forgotten that the things they have planted in the farm can only grow when God said it. Because in the book of Genesis, chapter number 1, he says, let the ground grow vegetation. So when you put a seed in the soil, it is the same God that you say he has failed you that should allow the seed to grow. He is the supreme being. The phlegmatism of God, if you don't understand him, you cannot worship him. He is the omnipotent. He is the omniscient. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it and how he wants to do it. If you want to follow him, you want to worship him, you have to learn his ways. So Bible says that, do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he, the Lord, will direct your path. There is a path that God will direct for you. So he said, praise the Lord, my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. He's shown his ways unto Moses, and he directed the path of the Israelites. So when you're a man of God, or you are with God, and you don't know how to deal with it, you'll be shocked. Yesterday I met Dr. Charlotte Drew, and she was doing live, and we're talking. I met her running, looking for an Uber, and she drives a Range Rover. And she was sharing with me that she has a lot of program in Tema and other places, and she has to go with an Uber. And the most funny part is that she got to the place as a guest speaker, and the entrance of the place refused the car to enter. When the Uber driver was hooting the horn, pimping, the security man says, I won't allow you to go inside, regardless of who is inside. Then she went to park at the normal place and work as a guest preacher because she didn't have a car. Her car broke down, and all she needed was 40,000 Ghana cedis to fix her car. And not just about the money. The money was not available. I'm repeating her direct what she said when we're doing the live. So it's not just about the amount of money to pay. But when her car broke down, she didn't have anybody to give her a car to use. That is my problem. We are doing all this hard work. When we are down with something, we don't have anybody we can refer to. Until you understand the process of God in your life. That how do you worship God, your car will break down and you don't have a friend who can give you their car to use. How do you worship God with all your heart, with all your mind, and all of a sudden you get up in the morning, then your car will just break down on your way to church after giving God an offering to blow the mind of God, after sowing whatever. You are not committing any sin. If sin is a reproach to God, then you can say it is my sins that is God, but you are living good in your heart with God. Nobody to help us when something happens. And I told her, this is your story. I go through the same thing. A lot of people are surrounded with a lot of cars around me, but it's so difficult for them to say, come and take my car and drive. And I also don't even feel comfortable driving somebody's car. Yes, unless I'm very close with you, that when your car, anything happen, and I observe people, because there are people you are driving with them, they scratch their car, their behavior tells you that the car corner baby could see. Dr. Charlotte Drew said she has to use. The last time, he said the Sunday, Mother's Day, I was teaching at that same church. And what happened to me was that I have to borrow a church member's old car. I didn't want to ask some questions. But I think that, look, some wives and some people who are connected to some men must carry them on their shoulders. Because one way or the other, there will be a car in the house. Yes, we'll say it. It is not an obligation. It is not by force that the man of the house will give the car to the wife because the wife's car is broken down. It is not part of the marriage package. It's not written anywhere. But there are men who will sacrifice. Once the wife is supposed to go and do something, we will lobby and do. We didn't have the discussion, but I kept thinking about it. That when your car is broken down, you're looking for it for 40,000. And this is a married woman who is saying that I didn't get 40,000. The process of God, if you don't think about it, then Charlie, you will leave. My wife calls God a phlegmatic God. You know what it means to be a phlegmatic? Or you're trying now. What did they call phlegm in Ghana? Ahole. Phlegmatic God. When you're calling him, he doesn't come because of his supremacy. He chooses when to come in. So this pastor who have done this one, and the mother is crying. I'll come and discuss that story. It's part of my headlines I want to deal with. And then we have Stacey Martin grabs international deal, quits Dr. Otein's agency because it's Angel FM. Congratulations, Stacey Martin. The sky is your limit. Once the space is there and you grab an international deal, go ahead and become international because your husband is local. So when you become international, it helps. But remember that Ochami Kofi is not following you in case they say relocate, because we don't want to have a relocation of Ochami Kofi. We want him to be local with us so that he will just visit you wherever you are. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we break to the council. I was saying this. All right, so let me see this one. Tracy Boakye wore the dreamiest outfit over her third baby christening. Hey, the dreamiest. I mean, I've not seen this word before. Is there a word? Dreamiest. It means that what he has dreamt about, the dress she's dreamt about. And Tracy Boakye is looking very, very stunning in this particular dress she's wearing, because it's Tracy Boakye. You see the L just became R. Wearing. Thank you very much. So Tracy Boakye is also trending after her naming ceremony. And Tracy Boakye is a young girl. She's not too old. And unfortunately for her, she has to do something about whatever she's brought to us. Tracy Boakye got married, and apparently the young man Tracy Boakye got married to. Most of us don't have any story about her, but because of Tracy Boakye, we have to investigate and know who the guy is. Unfortunately, we have to clap for Tracy Boakye for the level of person she looks like, who she is, her industrious nature, and the level she has become. To go back to marry an old boyfriend of his, according to her, I think is laudable enough. I would not encourage that. But I pray that this young man will definitely push his weight so that he will not let Tracy Boakye's hand hit the ground. More man inside form. Because for Tracy Boakye to go back and pick this guy, and this guy to also consider having Tracy Boakye, who is Bantu. It's possible you can be Bantu for a man to marry you, but it depends on the conditions surrounding your Bantu. So a deep investigation has been done on the guy who Tracy Boakye brought into the space. And if monkeys play by sizes, let's be honest, the young man, the size we know Tracy Boakye to be, thinking before talking, is not qualified in all standard to be so. But it has happened. And I'm saying that it has happened because Tracy Boakye says this guy was an old boyfriend that he wants, and so they are back. And they have cemented it by having one child to become the third child. And I've not heard the guy speaking before. He's always been in the videos and the pictures. May he continue not to speak. May his voice be heard after thinking before talking. And I'm saying this for record, that may he not come to talk now. because our talker is Tracy Boakye, and the one we will forever appreciate and carry on our shoulder is Tracy Boakye. So the husband is nothing to us. Keep this in your head. When Schwarzenegger got married, I said it the same thing, that the husband is nothing to us except the wife, if you are sure at that time. So if the same thing is happening here, I'm saying it on record, that Tracy Boakye's husband is not important to us like Tracy Boakye. As I said, my wife is important to me, but it's not important to you people there. That is why some of you will meet my wife and you will tell her that, how can you marry such a man? As if to say, I am a dog that doesn't deserve such a beautiful one, but a dog will go and look for bone. And once the bone is available to chew, I will go for it. And I thank my mother-in-law for allowing me to marry her daughter among my wife's family. She's very beautiful. They have it. All the girls there are very beautiful, but my wife is exceptionally beautiful according to the record in their family house. So if people meet my wife and tell my wife that, hey, madam, now why Bema say, as if to say me me to my family, I'm very important to my family members. And why did they allow me to marry such a beautiful woman? If my family too is correct, why would they allow such an ugly son to go and marry such a beautiful woman? You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean is there. And I'm the one who is your focus, not my wife. And that's why my wife doesn't fight the space with me. My wife will never fight the same space I am with me. So thank you very much, Tracy Boakye's husband. Be careful and don't come into the limelight. We don't need you there. I'm telling you, we don't need you there. Remain silent and keep smiling with your beard like that. Fine boy, make you just shake your head. At every event, be dressed well and come and follow. Just follow, sir. If you think we are joking, Tracy Boakye will forever be for us. So look at the event. Look at the trending. I am discussing it not because of you, but because of Tracy Boakye. And you've come into the system because Tracy Boakye is dear to my heart. People don't understand some of the things I do. It's just like Zanny Kamel. Very dear to my heart. Oh. You don't know about it. Because before they were going into the marriage, I said it from the beginning. But now she's going to have a stigma over her life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, the same thing I'm talking about. I've come back to say that Nayasi should go to court and eliminate herself from this king so that she'll become free. These things, when I say, people don't get it. And if you don't get it, fine, be there. But one day you come back looking for me, not that I'm dead. But your statement and your issues will not be important anymore to me. So, Tracy Boakye, congratulations on the naming ceremony and wearing your dreamest, I've not seen this word before, your dreamest dress. Now, Tracy Boakye, atadia now person shed the bia. Na kuma mu atadia onya nko be shed that. Tracy Boakye finally has won it. Shatawale Bulldog agree settlement terms. Bulldog ni Shatawale asemi ye court. See, I see settlement abem. So they have settled. They are planning to do their settlement. They've agreed to a settlement. Whatever the settlement is, I don't know how to say it, but it is a settlement issue that is coming up, and we are okay to it. Let me see whatever story is trending here. I never slept in Sir Kodie's house. Strong man clarified. Say on that Sir Kodie feed. Now strong man, on your Sir Kodie feed now danka Charlie. Naka ye dope because akwaro oye ye ni fie kra dana or ye video be or te one who said Charlie, the house is a feeling house. So strong man, if you get Sir Kodie's house, please sleep. Because one of the things I've learned is that the environment that you associate yourself with will always influence your thought and your talk. Do you get it? I mean, where was So Tom King? What do you call him? Medical. What was he living? When he associated himself with Shatawale, who was into real estate and was thinking about accommodation, real estate and land. Now we all heard where Medical is. He might be having all the monies then to be able to pay, to buy. But associating with Shatawale, I am pretty much informed that Shatawale has influenced Medical's state of living, and now he's living in a place, a posh environment. So a strong man. I'm not read through the whole story, but if there's anything to write home about, especially when it comes to this story, that I never slept in Sir Kodie's house. Sir Kodie's house would be a best place for you to sleep, so that if a musician like Sir Kodie the rapper has been able to achieve such a laurel and has achieved such a level of not sleeping in an hen coop, not sleeping in a small in a small house, but is sleeping like a celebrity, it will affect you as strong man. So also one day grow and sleep in such a place. So whatever you do is very important to you. Now, Funny Face is here again, and this is what Funny Face said. We rush into relationship. Children came in too early. This is coming from Funny Face, and Funny Face is coming back, and the comeback of Funny Face is very important to all of us, and let's help him become what God wants him to be. So Funny Face is telling everybody that he rushed. He literally went into rushing when it came to the beautiful woman that she had, and they rushed and had children, and it was too early. The relationship was in a rush, and the children they were having to was in a rush. And once somebody comes to tell you that I rush into the thing, it means that he's regretting of the outcome of his rush, and is not regretting because he has had children or has encountered, but children are supposed to be by choice, not by chance. So Funny Face, whatever it is, can you try again to correct the myth? Not by having a third child, but whatever happened gave the young beautiful girl a wrong image in society. So my brother, if all things being equal for you now, can you please go ahead and try your best to resettle whatever it is and bring smiles back on the face of this young lady and the family, because the story was that bad. And if the girl is saying when you want her back, she will rush, according to the first story, and you have also now identified that it is not that she's the devil, you wanted to kill her like all the alleged stories we had, but it was because of your condition, what you were going through. Can you put smiles back on her face if it's possible? I will not be happy if your system is still the same way as it is, the abusive alleged system to marry this beautiful girl. But if by chance you are recovered and you are better, I will encourage you in all standards to go ahead and marry this beautiful woman and make her not just a mother, but make her a wife. It is not by force, it is by choice. Thank you so much, my dear. The first lady and the first lady and Mad Gold. This one's I don't want to. So let me go to this one too. It's also training. I have nothing against Aja for it. I am allowed to pass my judgment. This coming from A+. And A+ on Saturday on entertainment, Best Entertainment. Is it Best Entertainment? What's the name of the Saturday show on YouTube? Is it Best? It confuses me with Halifax or what's the name of the show? United Showbiz. Usually Best Entertainment show from Halifax comes to confuse me. So United Entertainment, is that right? Yes. So United Entertainment show. United Showbiz, sorry. United Showbiz on UTV, the best entertainment show on weekends so far. There are other ones that are coming up, and we are waiting for the competition to rob them off the crescendo I have kept them, or the mile or the level I have put them. And A+ already started bashing Aja Foray earlier as a result of Aja Foray's statement that she made some time ago, that hard work and prayer is what has brought her far where she is. And when her saga of the alleged scam, relationship scam came up, A+ brought the old video and wrote under it, when you are doing fraud and blah 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 blah. The whole thing is that he brought it back to her that what you said to us was a lie, and finally was saying that the young ones who are coming should learn so that they will not be pressured enough to behave like Aja Foray, whilst Aja Foray's life was as a result of an alleged scam. And on United Showbiz on Saturday, many were not agree with him. Bulldog too came and said whoever was looking up to Aja Foray to live a life, or any other celebrity in society, may God kill them before Monday morning, because they are stupid and they are use very harsh words, even though they were not agreeing with him. Then another Samuel Bedu alongside that young, what's the name of the girl? That plus size girl, her name Amanda, the small girl, also came in with her views, and another Samuel Bedu and Amanda were also on a different tangent, that until the person is proven guilty, may we not rush and condemn her. Whatever she's done, let's wait until the law comes to prove her guilty. And give an example of what's the name of Dasibre Jamna, who was alleged to be carrying cocaine, and the UK people, brought a lot of messages, did a lot of bad things against her, against him there, and the stories were written until finally they brought her to say that it was wrong. It was a wrong notice, by that they have already disgraced him. So we should be careful and trying to rush to bring pre-judicial judgment on people who have cases like that, and they didn't. It didn't go down well with them at all. It was a heated argument, and right now A+ has been reported to. There's a report here saying that I have nothing against Ajia for real. I'm allowed to pass my judgment, and I realized that Mr. Logic was there, and Mr. Logic too made another statement and said that they are hypocrites. They can't talk. They can't air their views correctly. They are not able to say what they are supposed to say well because they are hypocrites. And it became a heated argument. I was on the show via telephone, so I followed the conversation so very, 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 very well. Well, Alan Chematin celebrates mother as she turns 103. Wow! 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 They say tall people die early and whatever. But Alan Chematin's mother she is 103. Hey, mommy, I tap into your age. May I grow old like an Alan Chematin's mother. Alan Cash, he says he's the next after Nana Addo, and Nana Addo says he will hand over power to MPP. That statement has been so painful that everybody's expecting Nana to say that I'll hand over power to Chematin, to Kennedy Ejipon, to Baumia. But Nana is so intelligent and smart. He said, I will hand over power not to anybody, but to MPP. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, thinking before talking. These are some of your trends. And these trends were coming from Google Trends. And that's what I read to you. There are too many issues happening. Ajah Forey is one of them. And the pastor who has turned his church into a farm. And Funny Face and the baby mama issue too are also running serious trends in the system. But I always love to go to the entertainment segment of Ghana Web. I don't mean spending some I don't mind spending some time with Funny Face and the kids. I'm more matured now. So Vanessa, the baby mama of Funny Face, is trending this morning on Ghana Web, and what she's saying is that she doesn't mind spending some time with Funny Face and the children because now she thinks she's matured. So Funny Face is saying that they rush into making children and into a relationship, and the baby mama is saying that she acted immaturely at that stage of her life. If I tell you what Funny Face have lost, the relationship Funny Face have lost, the people that Funny Face were depending on, that they disconnected from him because of most of these issues that transpired. And if the lady is telling us that she's more matured now, I don't know the level of maturity she's talking about, because we didn't see the lady misbehaving in any form. It was that Funny Face was going through a mental disorder, and Funny Face was having a mental issue, and because of that mental issue, a lot of his actions were full of misbehavior, a gunshot and all those things. So I don't know where this lady is holding the fault and coming to blame herself and telling her that she's now matured. Young lady, don't come into the limelight to come and do sympathetic thing. Because you were a matured girl, you said it at the earlier stages. You said when you met Funny Face, you had one child already. So you were not a child. You were not a child. So where's maturity you are talking about here? Is it to tell us like what Funny Face did? If you were matured, you will not react the way you did? Are you saying that your actions towards the way you reacted to Funny Face mental deficiency was a sign of immaturity? Is that what you're telling us? Girl, is that what you're saying? That if your husband will go to, if your baby daddy will go through a phase. Look, my girl, if you're not matured, then you could have died by now. Ogbo no is not matured. What's the evidence here? Don't make statements that will make your family that came to defend you useless. Because your father came into the scene. Your mother came into the scene. And all they were doing was to protect you. So don't come and say you are more matured now. More matured in what way? More matured in what way? Let's think before we talk. Or think whilst we are talking. I get to my picture painting here. It is not wrong for somebody to say it's mature. But in the context, the word more mature. If you say I am matured now, I won't come into it. I'm not too good at English. And I tell you that every time, if you see me speaking very good English, then give thanks to my wife. Because she's the only teacher in my house. And and you know, this morning, I encountered my wife with my girl. And the way she approached the thing, I see my wife cannot be a teacher. She doesn't have patience to be a people's teacher, you know, because Charlie, to teach small children like that. Yeah. I think if I was not in the house today, my daughter could have had fire before going to school, because we were looking for the kid to give her strokes because she broke a rule, and I supported my wife against my daughter. And my daughter saw that I was supporting my wife against, but my support was higher to prove to her that I am more wicked than the mother. They asked her to spell alcohol. And my daughter, I know she can spell alcohol, but unfortunately for her, she is, you can bring it down. She is dull. The word dull is not like she's dull, like she's not timid to you. She's not bold. If you are not bold, you are what? If you are not bold, you are fearless. No, if you are not bold, tell me if you are not bold, what are you? So, you know, in that particular jurisdictional conversation, she's done her homework, and the mother has given her strong instruction that anytime you do your homework, show it to your big sister who is a graduate in the house. But she's so reserved that she doesn't want to show it to anybody. So the beatings was as a result of disrespecting the mother's order. So I was in support for that beating, but the king was not found because the king was hidden, and the small one didn't know where the king was. I know the small one rather knows where the king was, but none of them were ready to see that their big sister is beaten, because the king could have moved any other. You know those times when we can hide something so that nobody is beaten at the place. But I love the banter I saw this morning with them. She's able to spell the word, but at times it's difficult to spell it. So I'm saying that the intelligent person in my house is my wife, and I'm very very happy that I am born boy. If like the two of us are born, like when we see the word alcohol, we all spell it that AQATORT, like churches spell it. You know what I'm talking about? So I experienced it. I saw that, Charlie, there's some discipline in my house. I saw the discipline in my house this morning, and I love it. And thanks to my wife, that when I'm not there, the children will have some level of discipline. I know my daughter will come back home and will have a change of mind. Right now, because of her attitude, they have been banned from watching cartoons during the week. They only watch it on weekend, 4 hours, and it is an order. And the order is that the TV cable has been disconnected. No, they've not disconnected the TV cable, but the order is that what the cartoon is going to affect the small one. Well, the small one there, he needs the cartoon to do, but the older ones, they have been deprived from the cartoon. So I think I have to buy a cartoon television for the small one, so that the small one can still enjoy the cartoon. Well, his face was not too nice. They said they shouldn't watch cartoon. You know what I'm talking about, Charlie. So that's so. I mean, I'm more mature. I think the extract and the headline was not too good. Who to me versus Sophia Schwarzenegger, Morris Ampa slams a fat gate. You know, these are lawyers who are trying to deal with their own things. So it's a trendy issue too. Shatta Wale calls on YP and Osekrum Sikeni to let sleeping dogs lie. I don't know what the confusion is. I am not a Ghanaian. I'm Nigerian. Hilda. Okay. Thank you very much that you're making it clear. Okay. Why Sugar Titi reported porn star to the police CID. Okay. And then we have Black Sheriff hits Illuminati membership after projecting Charlie, this Illuminati team from people. If you take a photograph, say Illuminati, I don't know. I left Legon after 1 month because I wanted block money. Okay, so somebody and then invests a portion of your US 30 million IMF money into music, and then is telling government. And then what you are telling government is a wrong thing, because the budget they took to IMF so that we can be able to have the money. People, you don't know how the bailout is done. You provide invoices and the reasons for the bailout already to the IMF. So the IMF release money according to the invoices and the proposals and the challenges you are facing. So if you presented anything to them, specifically based on what was the English word? On the musical request. I mean, there was an investment package that the government considered through the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Act. Then your own is that the invoice, the first chunk that has come, part of it with them. But this money is not meant for investment. This money is a bailout, like a loan based on our request. So Adam, I know you are very intelligent. I met Adam on Sunday evening, and it was dope. Very, 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 very deep, and we had a good time together. So let me continue my issues this morning, and please share the page. It's good. Delay praise for Ajia for real as societal battles for 2 million romance scam allegation. So I think that I didn't even see this. Delay praise for Ajia for real. So Delay has said a prayer for Ajia for real, and I think this is what we should all be doing. We can critique or criticize whatever she has said before and whatever she has flaunted and has brought a lot of people to disrespect all this. But the fact that that has happened doesn't mean that we can't pray to God so that things will become so well for her. Anita Eskin encourages more women to pursue career in something. I didn't see the rest. It's just headlines I'm reading. Okay. My husband has neglected his duties in our marriage. And this is somebody writing a story to Ghana where. So if your husband has neglected his duty in your marriage, what are you still doing in your marriage? Leave the marriage and go to your father's house so that your father can continue taking care of you, because your father's home, he has not neglected his responsibility yet. That's why your mother is still married to your father. Yeah. Counselor Luton. Shatawale defies rain and delivers. I saw a video of a woman that were exchanging vows on the rain. It is no news to some of us because one day, I don't know, my wedding videos it has crashed on the on the I don't know, that story. I don't go there because the content of my video will tell you that it rained and our 1,000 souvenirs got finished even on the rain. So it is not the first time. But honestly, for the pastor to exchange vows whilst it was raining, I'm still trying to investigate the legality of exchanging vows on the rain, because you cannot exchange vows on the rain. This was a rainy time. Yes, only rain, but there was a canopy. This one, there was no canopy. And I expected that quickly when the rain was coming, if the vows would be exchanged and the man of God would be the one in the center of administering what was supposed to be done, the best was to cover the head of the man of God. No. The way the rain beat the two of them, it was wrong. There is nothing organic about it. It is wrong. It is wrong. Oh yeah. It is wrong. I had my engagement on a rainy day. Yes, my marriage was on a rainy day. It was not easy at all. But there were canopies covering the special people who were doing the service. Yes. So this is wrong. I saw the video. I said, no, people shouldn't laugh about it. I saw it on Kokonse's page. It was wrong that the man of God was standing in the rain and was exchanging vows. No. I mean, it's not everything that is meant for trends. Do you get it? Yes. It's not everything that is meant for trends. It is wrong. They could have immediately halted the program, and if they have to exchange the vows, move the vows to a secure place, because I saw a building around, just with some few cloud of witnesses who will sign. Because would they sign the register on the rain? No, ask yourself, would the register be signed on the rain? Why do you think everything is for trends? It was no showers of blessing. It was a wrong timing. Because when you are doing wedding planning in this time we are in, when we were getting married, some years back. It was, the date went into June, July, May, June. And so we're considering a close place for the reception and the wedding. Yes, we did that. We did that. Now hear me. The rainy wedding we had, we were under a shed. But because of the overflow of people who came, those sitting out the rain, and the rain came down the door, but I never got wet. My wife never got wet. But it was heavy rain. Under where we had their house, they had what was it, a concrete? Yeah, there was we're under a concrete. It is wrong to have a wedding on the rain. It's wrong. It's wrong. And for a whole man of God, not because you are doing evangelism, but you are doing a duty on behalf of the government, and you stand on the rain, what do you get from it? You want to trend? What you did is null and void. Did you sign the register in the rain? You could have exerted your authority by, you see, one of the things men of God have not learned is that going to have a wedding at a garden or at a beach under the law is wrong. The Cap 127, the law says that the place your marriage is happening must be registered. One, the man of God must be gazetted. So was the place registered? That is why most of you, when you move your weddings to the gardens, one of the good things you do is that you go there with already signed paper. Yeah. You forgotten? When the wedding ceremony of my girl, Kanija and oh, get the friend saying. Why is the name just left me like that? Zandi Kamel. It happened at the beach. It was wrong. If there's a beach wedding, the certificate is already signed. They only go and do what do you call it? It was just a formula. They go and just expose something. Weddings at the beach, at garden weddings, it means that you are moving your registered place. And so the register is already signed. You cannot carry the register to an unregistered venue. It's a law. You can have a wedding reception at a garden, but not the wedding itself. And the administering and the exchange of the vows under the law cannot be done at an unregistered place. The man must be gazetted, and the place must be registered. It's a law. It's not church marriage. I'm able to do a church wedding in my place because the place is registered. And the man of God and the personnel are gazetted and go for training with the Registrar General Department, the marriage unit. We are doing things haphazardly, by intuition. We are doing things by our... How can a man of God stand on the rain, not for evangelism? How much at all are they paying you for the service you are rendering to government? Did you bring the book? The value book they signed? Did you bring it on the rain to sign? How can a beautiful girl who has made up wash her face was washed? What are you talking about? And it's a trend, and we're happy. On the wedding, they so buno showers of blessing, and people were in the spirit. The bridesmaids were worshiping God. Hey, the planning was wrong. When the rain started, immediately you are supposed to leave the scene. Call it off till 6 o'clock. The law says that you cannot contract any form of marriage in a place in a dark place. So the 6 o'clock that they talk about, that the way you can't do it in the night, because it's assumed that the people must have the cloud of witnesses must be visible. There should be visibility. But how dare you, Josephine? How dare you have a wedding and the man of God is standing on the rain, and so a bono. Yes, he showers of blessing. Wash the makeup of my wife. No. I won't. I would, because I'm saying that in the exchange of vow on the rain, then very soon we'll sit here. People will go and do it in the pool. Oh yes. People will start having weddings in the pool. And a pastor will be asked to go to the pool. And once the pastor is called to come and preach in the pool, because if a pastor is able to, as it were, you know why I do this? If a pastor can stand in the rain to do exchange of vows for his church members, not because it's a church marriage, but it's a marriage under ordinance by law, that he's standing there. He's not standing there on behalf of the church, but anytime you do wedding, you are administering a law on behalf of government and its governance. So it doesn't make you a good pastor. It doesn't. It doesn't make you the best pastor in the season. Rather, you give chance for the children to disrespect the clergy, as if to say you are the best shepherd. What are you talking about? Would you want me to stand on this on the rain, even for the daughter's marriage? Would Archbishop Dr. Williams do? Will Prophet Dr. Emmanuel J do that? Will Prophet Dr. Bedukobi do that? Don't belittle the clerical. Don't belittle the clerical. How important at all? Who are they? If you call it off, what will happen? And all you need is that they need to find a secure place. So I'm saying that most of the weddings that are done, garden weddings, pool weddings, seaside weddings, you can do your reception at the seaside, but not the wedding. Check the law, man of God. And one of you don't know man of God. Look, your power is in the church. Man of God, your power is in the church. That is why the law says you should be gazetted and the premises registered. So how can your church member tell you that my wedding is happening at La Pam, and you see a pastor, Olijo, go there? If I go to a wedding at La Pam, I'm going for the reception, not to go and exchange vows. We are losing it, oh. We are losing it. We are losing it. Listen, if that thing is wrong, it's wrong. Recently, there was a wedding ceremony that the pastor came to the house to bless it. Yes. And then a registrar from the court came to sign, help the people sign in their home. What law is that? What law is that? That the marriage register from the law court, from AMA, can be carried. The whole book of AMA, one day can be carried to a house of Judge Luther to sign his marriage certificate. Are you serious? What country is this? Are we serious? Does it make sense? Are we thinking right? Why are we making all wrong things right? That the register, because listen, the register at AMA, KMA, Leckman, is done according to the number of people that are coming. So it's a whole booklet. So I ask myself, I'm getting married and you give me a representative from the registry or the register of marriage, and they are able to carry the register from the place. So the number of hours that we are having our marriage, nobody else can have the marriage. How much can I pay? There are too many wrong things going on in the marriage industry. I saw the video and it's trending. It's on Kokonsa's page. It was raining. It was raining. Serious rainfall. And whilst it was raining, the pastor was administering vows, exchanging vows. What are we saying? So it doesn't bring respect. Look, a church member has stopped church because she opened a shop and we didn't come to pray. So she stopped church. I mean, when the general met Jesus and the child was sick at home, he told Jesus, I believe in you and I believe in protocol. I can't stop you, leave the crowd and come to my house to pray for my daughter. But the way I command and it goes, you can send a word and my daughter will be healed. And it happened. The general. So you stop church because we didn't come to pray in your shop. We did it. It's our mistake. It is our mistake. Because if you have a shop and I ask you bring the picture of the shop and let me lay my hands on it, like there will not be any trouble if I don't come to your church. But we started visiting their shops and praying for them. So they take us for granted. How can a man of God stand in the rain? I wish I can see the video. It's a long time I came thinking before talking. Let me see if I can find the video. Well, your views are also important. You can send it with us. It's okay. It's okay. And whilst I look for a Prophet Odro made a statement. He said money shouldn't land. He said IMF money should not land in the pocket of your girlfriends. Prophet Odro, I'm sorry, but the money is already in the pockets of the girlfriends. Where should the money go? Madam Masa. If the girlfriends don't get the money, how do you also get the country running? Yes, part should go to them. Yeah, part should go to them. Part should go to them. What is wrong? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Charlie, it's not everything that IMF money. I say that it came with documentation. The expenditure is there. Do you get it? So let's give some level of respect to the ministry. So that's it. Those who can see it. Can you see it? So that's it. I saw it on Kokonsa's page. I don't have the system to play the video for you to see, but that's it. I am actually not blaming the couple. I'm blaming the man of God. He's the most senior there. It's raining. And they didn't use a canopy that can stop the rain. I don't know how they call this type of canopy. Yeah, the bridesmaids are all wet. It's raining. And the man of God is standing there. Let's not belittle ourselves. Let's not do that. It's a long time I came into the scene. I want to leave it here for you. Today I've done well. The internet, I was trying the internet to see the stability when we change our routes. And I think that this route my driver used give us stability enough. But thinking before talking should be one of your most essential, important commodity in this life. BTP Canada, Rivers of Life Church, 9111 Kell Street, Ontario, Concord. Please don't forget, it starts tomorrow, 6 p.m., 24th to 28th, with the prophet of all prophets, Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay, BTP Canada. Tell a friend who is around Canada to just go and change their destiny. Your documentation has kept long. Go and change your destiny. BTP Canada. BTP Canada. BTP Canada. BTP Canada. Born to Prophesy with Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejay. Rivers of Life Church, 9111 Kell Street, Ontario, Concord. We'll see you. Love you. Take care of yourself. Let me see if there are some messages I should read before I move out. When people write messages, you have to read it for them because they care about you. That is why they came. Let me see. Joseph says, thank you, Counselor. One of my Presbyterian retired minister is vigilant about marriage, and he will never allow couples disrespect the word of God and the laws of the land. Yes, yes. I love that, Josephine. And I respect that Presbyterian minister. I salute you, sir. I take the salute. Thank you very much. The School of Marriage and Relationship is coming back again. We'll start our evening shows, specifically on Thursdays. I needed to have people to read my messages for me, and I think that I've gotten back some volunteers back again, and we'll continue the exercise. Thank you very much. God bless you. I love you so much. Remember that ginger honey chips is the best chips that gave me the clearance to be able to come your way today. Ginger honey chips. If you are in Ghana, buy the one in the bottle. If you are in America, 8622152007. I love you all, but remember, God loves you the more. If you're saying a prayer, say one for Ajia for real. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, man of God. Thank you too very much, Benjamin. I'm so awesome. And we did a trending issue, but we're thinking before talking. And all the issues I spoke about, I'll expand them tomorrow. From Tracy Boakye's husband, who has not been talking, and the pastor who said God has filled, so he's used the church for farm. We'll expand it tomorrow, God willing. And then this wedding people, I'll come and address it more for pastors to come out of that bootlicking mentality of bringing the church to disrepute, carry the whole church to a garden, it is wrong. As of for wrong. It's wrong. Go for the reception. Let them do the wedding. If they can't come, they don't need the whole church. Use a small office, sign the document, and let them go do the reception. The law says that the place must be registered in the cloud of witnesses. The witnesses are those who are signing. The crowd of the church is not needed by law. Those who are signing are the witnesses in the register. That's all. When you go to register, you know how many people? Is it your church members that come there? As a matter of fact, the family members of those who follow you are those they call. Yes, George Lutrot, and Abigail Kwesing. Then you come with the people who are following you. So the church is doing it elegantly, expanding it and wasting resources. My church, for example, every 1 hour we are paying huge sums of electricity, and we do it for them. You finish marrying them using the church's resources, and they even stop the church. Waste of resources. We should find a small place in the office and just sign for them. They should go and do their reception. When they are going to do reception, they pay for the venue. When you ask them to pay in the church, then they're saying, Hannah, me ba, sorry. I don't want to get there this morning. Thank you very much. God bless all of you. I love you all. And remember, God loves you more than I do. And because the love of God is greater and stronger than all of us our own, may you remain under the grace of God and the godly type of protection. I love you. I mean, I love you. No, me, I love you. And thank you for following me. I'll see you. It's a long time I went to Winterminka. Today I'll be there early. I'll deal with a lot of issues. Yesterday's issue like this, I was not there to do. I love you. And today happens to be the second day of celebrating the birthday of Clarice Doku. I mean, you know, yeah, Clarice, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, my dear. Thank you very much. And all of you are celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to you too. Good night. Good morning. I'll see you. 0277. Somebody wanted my number. 0277 609 644. 0277 609 644.